Hello there, future deal makers. I am Neelam Kejriwal, and today we are diving into the drama, money, and legal lesson behind some of India's biggest M&A deals. From Walmart buying Flipkart to HDFC Bank's mega merger, these deals aren't just about big money, they are about big legal lessons. So let's grab your coffee and let's get started. Let's start at the basics by understanding mergers and acquisition. A merger is when two companies become one, and an acquisition is when one company buys another. It's not just about boardroom and fancy dinners, it's about legal frameworks, competition rules, and sometimes courtroom dramas. Let's see how these deals unfolded in India. First up is Walmart's $16 billion acquisition of Flipkart in 2018. This was India's largest e-commerce deal ever. But did you know it also had a lot of legal complexities? India's FDI policy, that is foreign direct investment policy, puts limits on how foreign companies can invest in e-commerce. So Walmart had to be super careful about structuring this deal to comply with Indian FDI rules. The lesson to learn from this deal is to always align your M&A strategy with India's FDI and competition laws, or you can risk a big fine. Let's fast forward this discussion to 2022-23 time when HDFC Limited merged with HDFC Bank to create India's biggest private lender. This deal was worth a jaw-dropping 5 lakh crore rupees. The key legal challenge involved here in this deal was that the Competition Commission of India had to approve this to ensure it didn't create an unfair monopoly, and SEBI had to clear the way for share swaps and listing norms. Imagine being the lawyer reviewing thousands of pages of regulatory filings, and we are talking about paperwork overload. What was the lesson here? It proves that big mergers always attract big regulatory approval. Never forget your CCI and SEBI compliances. Now let's take a bite-sized example of Zomato acquiring Blinkit in 2022 for about 4,500 crore rupees. Food delivery meets quick commerce. That sounds yummy, right? So Zomato faced questions from shareholders and regulators of whether the deal was truly strategic or just a distraction. Will it create a dominant player in the market? It's a great lesson. Even small deals need big legal due diligence. Never skip your homework, students. Moving on, let's not forget the telecom giant Vodafone and Idea merging in 2018 to survive the intense competition. This deal faced spectrum sharing issues, AGR, that is adjusted gross revenue dues, competition concerns. It's a real world lesson. M&A can't escape legacy liabilities. As a lawyer, always dig deep for hidden liabilities. Let's break down the legal pillars of any M&A deal in India. First is the Companies Act 2013. It sets out how demergers are structured. Second up is the Competition Act 2002. It provides for Competition Commission of India's approval to ensure no unfair monopoly. Third one is SEBI Takeover Code. If listed companies are involved, this code sets the rule. Fourth is FDI policy and FEMA. For foreign investment, one must follow these rules. What was the lesson here? The law is like the referee, keeping the game fair. Let's try to understand the future of M&A in India. Well, here's what experts predict about the future M&A deals. We can see more cross-border deals, especially in tech and manufacturing. We can expect consolidation in banking, insurance, fintech. And we can also see stronger competition scrutiny, so deals must be squeaky clean. So if you are a law student or a young lawyer, M&A is a hot field to watch. Here's what I want you to remember if you are dreaming of an M&A career. Always understand the business goal behind the deal. Be the compliant wizard. Don't miss regulatory step. Look beyond the deal, spot future risk like hidden debts or disputes. M&A isn't just paperwork. It's strategy, negotiation, and the law working together. So there you have it, some of India's biggest M&A deals and the legal lesson they teach us. Which one fascinated you the most? Walmart, Flipkart, HDFC merger, Vodafone Telecom tangle? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the Legal School for more legal deep dives. Every great lawyer is part business strategist and part compliance ninja. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and remember, every great lawyer is part business strategist and part compliance ninja. Thank you.